Okay, thanks indeed for staying with us. The program is still this morning on ITV. So much about political build-up towards next 2 years general election. Politicians themselves appear not to be persons who rest once you finish an election, and many persons roll out the drum and return back to their own occupation and vocation, waiting to see the issues of dividends of democracy or governance here. The politicians don't just go back like many persons to sit from the point where the person assumed duty. Everyone start to plot the graph. What will happen in the next 4 years? If it's area council, what will happen in the next 3 years? Men will sit down at all times. They sit, they buy the papers, they read the papers. All what they think of is politics and power play. Well, the ruling All Progressives Congress had a long journey coming into power. As you all understand, they've battled so much in different clusters, with President Muhammadu Buhari at some point being in the APP, NPP, and subsequently breaking out to the CPC, whatever. Well, the other group of Bola Ahmed Tinubu had been with the Alliance for Democracy, the Bola Ige group, and Deferati, and several others here, until a point where everyone feels like remaining Bola Tinubu holding forth and whatever. Then they metamorphosed from AD to ACN. Well, the Rocha Sokorocha component of ABGA was also there, and they all act to, at a certain point, discovered that the PDP was a big political party, and they had this marriage, some call it marriage of strange bedfellows. Well, that's our political language by political watchers and political opponent here, and they all matched together as the APC. Well, since then, the APC had been going forward. Bisa Kande had his own fair share of leadership. After what it now became a game of former Edo State governor with Chief John Odige Oyegu leading the party. At a certain point, when that couldn't fly, Adams Aliyu Shomole was brought in. He led the party as well. At a certain point, as usual of every political party, even during the PDP, it was so even Adams Shomole had his own crisis, and they had to, well, put him aside and subsequently bring in the governor of Yobe State, Mr. Buni. Buni had been there, but many persons have been talking and have been worried that we can't have a caretaker committee this long. How long do we keep having caretaker committee? How long do we keep pushing through? How long do we keep going through here? Just recently we saw some extension here. The APC and the FCT has got its own crisis, going through some election, AMAC issue, Biggie, Karishi, so much. Let's talk about that now. Whether you like it or not, your life is affected by decisions taken by members of the APC in, around, or outside government. Mr. Dominic Alancha is an APC chieftain. We'll be looking at that. Welcome to our studio.
Thank you very much.
But someone said people are already lobbying governors here and want to capture or are capturing Matawali. What's the magic?
Well, it's not about capturing Matawali. It's about Matawali's decision to join the governing party, the All Progressive Congress. If you look at the statement going around, Matawali had said that PDP cannot separate itself from corruption.
Matawali, who rose on the PDP, who live on the PDP.
Well, that's what he said. I'm not the one saying it. He's the one that said that. He has discovered that the PDP is not a place to be.
Why? Why now? Why was Matawali all of a sudden wake up from a perceived political slumber?
Well, I think one
to
of the
destroy
things,
the bed on which he slept for over 2 years.
One of the things that is attracting him, I'm not in his mind, but I can just deduce that, is the fact that the APC has overwhelmingly performed.
Performed in what sense?
Performed in terms of governance. In terms
but
of
they'll tell you that insecurity, we have a problem there.
Well,
petrol price is high. Dollar to naira is high. Rice price is high.
These are global challenges. You understand? You know, in terms of dollar rights and all of that, they are global challenges. Even the security is a global challenge.
Okay, no,
it's an emerging challenge, and the party, the government, President Muhammadu Buhari is doing his best.
That was just,
and in the last few weeks, you can attest to that there is a remarkable improvement, and we hope that this improvement will be sustained.
I'll come to that now. Let's not look at the crisis in your party. The crisis in your party, people are complaining that why must Buni leave, abandon the government house in Damanturu, and just you are a party chairman, you are a governor of a state. Two sides.
Well, if you look at...
We've not seen that before.
Well, yes, we've not seen that before. But you see, if you look at the committee was a child of necessity, all right? There was crisis during the time of Oshomole, and the party deemed it fit, you know, the National Executive Committee of the party deemed it fit to come up with a caretaker committee in order to stabilize the party. And on the 25th of June 2020, the Mai Mala-led caretaker committee was came on board, and to the best of my knowledge, I think they have done well, and they worth commending, because Mr. President, last Friday, 25th of this June, which made it to a year exactly, they came on board. The president commended them for bringing some level of stability to the party. And what did they want to do? They went to brief Mr. President and to seek for approval for date of congresses and conventions. So I think Mai Mala Buni himself has discovered or realized, the committee have realized that it's time for them to leave. And that is
but how long will they stay? When they came in, the APC told its members that this is just a post-Oshomole stabilization committee.
Yes.
But now they appear to have stayed so long. Well, they tell you they are negotiating with one governor, one person, settling, bringing back Dogara, bringing back Senator Misao Mbauchi. They are trying to reconcile whatever here. But it appears they're staying too long.
Well, that's what I'm telling you.
And some members are grumbling.
Of course. Nobody, this sit-tight attitude is not encouraging at all. All right? And that is why we are insisting that going forward, the date that has been approved by Mr. President, we should stick to it.
We do have it.
Yes, the date, 24th of July, will be our congresses, World Congress. 14th of August will be local government congress. And then 18th of September will be state congresses to elect substantive leaders at the various levels to pilot the affairs of the party.
But even
the national convention will come forth. We've not yet known the date, but we hope that between September and October they will organize a convention.
Can we have a comprehensive timetable?
Well,
we say, okay, for local government, we move from ward to local government, or we can even have the same day. We go to state, from state we go to a national convention where they will all be gathering in Abuja.
Well, that is the ideal. To be honest, that is the ideal, that we should have a
comprehensive timetable.
Yes, a comprehensive timetable, which is the usual thing, you understand. But given the circumstances,
which
you understand,
circumstance again?
You know, there are a lot of issues. It's about politics, you understand. There are a lot of issues on board right now, which I won't disclose on TV, you understand. But what I think...
Why don't you tell us here?
No.
Everyone watching disclose those issues on TV. But our lives are involved. APC decides how we live, the roads we drive in, the water we drink, the power sector we use. They are all your members who decide that at the Villa.
What we demanded from the caretaker committee, they have given it to us. We all want a date for the congresses to commence.
Now, even the congresses, are we set for a peaceful congress?
We are.
Because even Kwara boys, Lai Mohammed and the governor have not started eating on the same table.
Well, we are. I believe that we'll come to resolve whatever crisis that is going on. These are internal crises within the party. These are internal crises. They are bound to happen.
When will you resolve them?
Look,
we are going to the World Congresses now.
Listen.
Hold on. Go ahead.
Listen.
Go ahead.
Whether we like it or not, internal wranglings like this are bound to happen. All right? Because in a democratic setting, you understand, where there are contestation, they are bound to happen. Some people will be aggrieved, some people will be happy, but in the end, we'll all come to the table.
But what many persons are raising is that, for instance, you're going for a world congress now, you're going to get your world leaders and all of that here. Some big Abuja politicians are saying, like Lai Mohammed and others, that the governor of their states are preparing a comprehensive hijack that may not represent democratic tenets.
Well, that is relative, you understand. You know, I don't understand what they mean by hijack. The party belongs to the people.
And that is what even the ones you
hold on. Now, that is one thing Mr. President is trying to do, to build the party from the bottom to the top. And that is what any national chairman that will come on board should continue to do. The party does not belong to individuals. The party belongs to the people. So what is this, insinuation that a governor is trying to hijack the party? The governors are insinuating that leaders, either ministers or that, are trying to hijack. They should allow the people to decide.
Have they ever allowed? Because most times when you're going for a world congress now, the governor has his list.
Well, that is
particularly
why,
in APC control states. Then the big men from Abuja, sometimes, according to report, have got their lists.
Well, if you look at
if you
look at what has been happening in APC, especially with respect to our primary elections, the people have always decided, because they are beginning to toe the line of option A4, where the people will decide. You understand? So if we go that way, it's strengthening the party. And look, let me tell you, in our recent revalidation exercise, our membership strength now has been built up to almost over 40 million membership. This is because the party is ready,
but the PDP said the APC is terrorizing its members, threatening them with corruption charges.
Well, I've not seen any member. That's an allegation. That's an allegation.
Terrorized with corruption charges.
That is an allegation, and for me, it only exists in the fiction of their imagination. You understand? Because there is no member that has come out to say that the party is terrorizing him. For what? How will the party terrorize you? Does that make sense?
You want to charge them with corruption cases?
No.
And lure them to come defect and what?
That's not true. That's not true.
But so now you're saying that, okay, fine, the APC is set for a world and local government congress is here.
Very set.
But many are still worried that the battle between the governors and the minister is very much in the front burner. And when you go for congresses, world or local government, the soul of the party, because these are people that at a certain point will choose the state chairman, that the soul of the party is one that they will fight for.
The governor cannot be greater than the people. That is what I'm telling you.
But the governor controls the councillor. Controls the councillor who takes care of the ward chairman financially. The governor controls the council chairman who takes care of the local government chairman.
Well, you see, in a progressive politics, you understand, I'm a progressive.
Money is very clear.
I am a progressive, and what I believe in issue-based politics. When we believe in issue-based politics, we don't believe in all this control and all of that.
How many of you?
We have a very huge number of people within the APC.
But not everybody. Not everybody believe in what you believe.
Yes, it's not. It must not be everybody, and everybody must not believe in what I believe. You understand? But the constitution of the APC has provided for progressive governance, has provided for progressive politics, issue-based politics. That is what we are.
Some of the Abuja APC chieftain have always cried out that when people are sent to go and conduct primaries in the states, election in the state, like the one you pointed, when they get to the state, the governors hijack the people. Only the governors, sometimes they are even lodged in government houses. Nobody sees them.
Well,
and the next thing, some of them will say they may not even they will go and declare result in government houses.
I have been part and parcel. I've been part of elections within the party, and I've not seen anywhere that has happened. I've always seen a situation where the people comes out and vote. Either you are a delegate or you are a member of the party, whatever option that is adopted for that election. I've always seen the people coming out to vote. All right. And look, let me tell you, when people lose out in an election, they are bound to complain. They are bound to lay allegations.
But they say they lose democratically in line with internal party democracy. They would complain.
There is no loser that will accept that he has lost democratically. No loser will do that.
Where a governor
in my years of experience in politics, and I've been part of I've been a member of election committees. There is no loser that will come out and say that he has lost.
As a member of the committee, why is it that most times the opposition hardly see you when you go to conduct party election? The government of the day just hijacked everybody.
I was a member of the election in Nasarawa State during the 2019 primary election, and I can tell you that we have all the aspirants. They have access to us. It is only in Nasarawa State that we conducted an election. There is no complaint from any of the aspirants, because we have an open, we operated an open
maybe
door
because
policy.
Al-Makura,
Nobody hijacked us. Nobody hijacked us. Nobody, locked us anywhere. All the aspirants, they know where we lodge. They came to us. We had a meeting with them, and that is the ideal. That is the ideal practice in APC. So whatever you are hearing people saying is just an allegation.
But we heard Lai Mohammed cried out. Lai Mohammed is a minister of the Federal Executive Council at the highest level.
Well, I will advise Lai Mohammed.
No, you heard him cried out. He had press conferences. He had press conferences here that the governor had hijacked the structure of the state, and key players like himself and others are not being carried along.
You cannot sit in Abuja here and decide what happened in Kwara. Let Lai Mohammed go back to Kwara.
He went to Kwara, called the press conference, came here and called the press conference.
Listen, this is politics. Politics is about the people, and it's at the grassroots level. All right? What is your connection with the people at the grassroots?
He got the people. He went to Ilorin. He called the press conference.
Have you listened to the governor?
The governor will say the contrary. they are struggling.
Definitely. So the both of them will say the contrary. But what are the people saying? That is the most important thing, and that is what President Muhammadu Buhari is trying to encourage within the APC.
But don't you think?
President Muhammadu Buhari is saying in Lagos that
now, if the people will decide, and you have a powerful force like the force of the governor of a state, I don't think that the people's choice may likely be altered.
Well,
financially,
the governor has the muscles in what sense? In what sense?
Abuja connection.
No.
Have Abuja connection most times, where they
you should not Abuja connection. During PDP days, you can say Abuja connection. But during President Muhammadu Buhari, the people connection is what matters. I can tell you that.
Are you saying that in your planned congresses, ward and local government,
have a campaign, one man, one vote? Let the people that can take the party
governors don't
to
have
the
their
top.
list.
They have their list. They may have their list. I'm not disputing that. But what I'm telling you that there won't be in position in these coming congresses. There will never be in position, because I'm a member of the party. And I know the system
you don't know what's going on in Buni mind, what's going on in the mind of Akpanu Doi.
It's not about what is going on in Buni's mind. It's about what the people want. All right, it's about what the people want. Power belongs, and that is why the APC, young people 50 below, we are advocating that. Look, we just finished Progressive Youth Conference last week, and one of the things, a communique would be read out today by the able national youth leader, Barrister Ismail Ahmed. One of the things we're advocating is that the future is a decision, and that decision is to take part in order to take charge. We are encouraging and mobilizing young people from the world level to come into the party, because we want to take charge.
How will they take charge?
Yes, we are taking charge because we participate in all the elections. It's not about participating. It's not about being in the governor's list. It's about participating.
Even if you participate and the man controls the Abuja boys, we have had cases of complaint where delegates were sent to states, which I know you may not be involved, and the governor hijacked the delegates, or those who had to conduct the election, and some said election never held, but result we are declared in government house and press conference.
My brother, you see, I'm sorry to say this. I'm sorry to say this. I'm sorry to say this, but you are still living. You are still. Your sense of judgment is being. Yes, it's living in the past. But it's a new era now. Of course. The future. The president have encouraged, this particular, line of politics, that the people should be the deciding factor and not individuals.
And but what I'm saying is, if Lai Mohammed cry, and I watched him on television,
he can cry.
And I watched Richard Okorocha complain that Uzodinma had chained both the leg and hand, Uzodinma had done whatever. And some of your stalwart, I see them.
What I will advise them is to up their game and get connected to the people, because this time around, take note of it, write it down. Today is 28th. Write it down. The people will decide who emerges as leaders of this party.
Yeah, we've talked about the World Local Government Congress very much here. You appeared very passionate about your party, but the main convention. Are we looking at it?
Of course we are.
You don't have a date?
Well, a date will come up, immediately after the
Are you sure they will give
the state congresses. They will definitely. They cannot stay there beyond October. I'm telling you this.
But
they cannot stay there. They cannot stay there. Well, they have. What is important to us now? What is important to us now that activities is they have rolled out date for congresses. That is what is important.
The main convention.
The main convention is not an issue. It's coming up. It's coming up in October. We are certain of that.
Are you sure?
I'm sure.
Well, you don't have a date yet.
I said I'm sure that they cannot stay. They cannot stay beyond October.
He had stayed more. Many thought Buni would have been gone long ago. Inside last year,
he has stayed long. He has stayed long, but have achieved some things, and we are giving him the benefit of doubt. All right. Nobody should come and tell us, by way of inciting people so that there will be crisis within the party. No, we are satisfied with what he has done, and I can tell you that between now and October is just around the corner. A new set of leaders. It's not an issue. I'm telling you that the date will come. Why are you so interested in the date for National Convention?
I have not seen where we put. Abuja,
yes,
in Eagle Square or whatever.
Yes,
there's no date.
And I'm telling you that a date will come up. Yes, I agree with you. There is no date yet.
Why don't you demand for a date?
We are demanding. We are demanding for a date. All right.
But you tend to be defending Buni. So
I'm not defending Buni. I'm defending APC. That what APC is doing, they are not there on their own. We are the people that put them there. All right, we are the ones that put them there, and we can wake up tomorrow and say go. And I am telling you, and
they have not sat very strongly on this.
We will resist. We will resist sit-tight syndrome. We will resist it. We are waiting for the. Listen, we are waiting. Of course, he stays so. He has stayed beyond his welcome. Ideally, he should have organized the Congress by now and leave. You understand? But the important thing is that we don't want to create any crisis within the party. Between now and October, National Convention will come up and they will organize it and leave.
Before I'll be letting you go now, the warring groups. The warring groups. I've mentioned some of them. The warring groups.
Tell me the warring groups.
I mean, no, the warring groups. Lai Mohammed and this governor, Okorocha Uzodinma. I can't mention all of the warring groups. You know them very well. You are more of an insider. You told me that it's normal in politics now. How are we fine-tuning the last settlement for these warring groups before we go to a Congress and we see war and press conferences?
Well, in our constitution, it's all about the interests of the party. The interests of the party, the interests of the people supersede individual interests. And at that time, I'm telling you, all interests will be aligned. All interests will be aligned in the interest of the party. Well, you cannot, our constitution does not permit anybody to take the party to court.
But you have been going to
court. Understand? Yes.
For a reverse order.
Ideally, that is why some of us were advocating for a strict adherence to the party's constitution. When you take the party to court, the next thing is expulsion from the party.
But the court may quash it.
Quash what?
They quash the expulsion because somebody have a right to seek redress.
Well, yes, somebody have a right to seek redress after exploiting internal avenues, internal mechanism for settlement.
Okay.
Without that, you cannot take the party to court.
The APC primaries in the FCT had come with its own numerous challenges here. How are you going? Because the council chairman for the heart of government candidate is not happy with the party. He has a candidate, Biggie, and the candidate, according to him, won, but the invalid votes were counted and given to Karshi.
Well, honestly, I'm not too familiar with what happened within the primaries, yes. But what I will advise is that they should look for internal way of resolving whatever crisis they have within the party in the interest of the party. Because the achievement of this particular government can only be sustained if APC continue winning its elections.
Okay, now you're taking Matawali, or you've taken Matawali already.
Oh yes, he has joined the party, the Progressive, and I welcome him.
Are you not doing too much of puncturing of the other PDP? Can they stay in PDP?
Well, you see, PDP, to be honest with you, PDP has failed Nigerians as a governing party or a ruling party, and PDP has failed. I said PDP. Years, and for the past 6 years as opposition, they have also failed.
But Secondus will say when they were there, what's the amount, the cost of a bag of rice to now? What is dollar to naira? Secondus gave his own breakdown that the PDP did very well, more than the APC. Since the APC came,
I have challenged PDP on different occasions, in different fora, that they should come up with their facts. What PDP did for 16 years, and I will tell you what APC have done in the last 6 years, which supersede the 16 years of PDP in power.
We'll leave that debate until when we create a strong balance here. We'll bring you back.
Thank you.
Create a balance here. We'll get some PDP stalwarts within the FCT. We'll create a balance here. I will be in the middle here, and we'll watch the fireworks.
That's all right.
We'll watch the fireworks here. Thank you very much for coming and being part of the program. You're so passionate about your party.
Thank you.
Mr. Dominic Alancha, thank you. We'll watch how the primaries will go.
Thank you.
Let's hope that there will not be press conferences and fight.
I hope so.
Thank you very much. Okay, we'll take a break very quickly. When we return from the break, we would be digging more into programming for this morning on ITV.